Dr. Jenkins, thank you so much for having us on campus.
Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to see you and talk with you.
In person, no less, after all these years of Zoom HBCU week interviews. This is great.
Well, you said during one of our last interviews that you wanted to come to campus, you were going to make that happen, and here you are, so thank you.
And I'll talk about that for a second. It's been years, frankly, since I've been on this campus. It's beautiful, and it's completely different.
It is. It is. You know, we have evolved over the last several decades. And, you know, one of the many things that I'm very proud of is that we continue to reinvent our campus, but making sure we stay true to that student-centered approach regarding everything we do on how we have designed our campus, how we have built new academic buildings. It's about how we make sure our students' experience remains our top priority.
We are standing in front of the statue, fairly new statue.
Yes.
Fannie Jackson Coppin. Tell us about her.
You know, Fannie Jackson Coppin was an extraordinary woman, and we are honored that she is the namesake of our beloved institution. Fannie Jackson Coppin was the second woman in American history, African-American woman, to earn a degree. She was born a slave. Her freedom was purchased by her aunt. She then went to Philadelphia and she earned her degree from Oberlin College. She then traveled the world, just talking to as many people as she can about the value and the importance of education. She became the first African-American principal in our country and became the first African-American superintendent in our nation. And as you see at the base of the statue, there's a statement that says, "It's within your reach." That is what she believed. That is what she always taught and said. Whatever you want is within your reach if you're willing to be transformed through a quality education. And that speaks to the mission and the purpose of Coppin State.
Interesting. I mean, she had tremendous impact while she was alive.
That's right.
And continues to have tremendous impact every day as people walk by here.
You know, her accomplishments, her commitment to education has cast a long shadow. And I'm honored that Coppin is in that shadow because what she believed, who she was, we embody the very spirit and core values of Fannie Jackson Coppin, and we look to fold that into every corner of our university and into every aspect of the student experience.
People may be able to hear that there's a little construction going on. It's actually in Ms. Coppin's line of sight. There's always construction here. What are you working on?
We are very excited. We are building a new residential facility which will bring an additional 350 beds to our campus. When I arrived in May of 2020, I quickly realized that we had a bed shortage on our campus. Students were coming to us, but we were running out of housing very quickly. Our housing is at 100% occupancy, and so I am proud that the state legislature, that the USM system of Maryland worked with us to make sure that we could start construction on this new facility here at Coppin.
We saw a tour group go by a minute ago, and we had talked last year, I believe, about your initiative regarding out-of-state students who don't necessarily have access to an HBCU. And we just saw a whole group of people, wide-eyed young people, looking around here at this beautiful campus, and that's working out for you.
It is working out wonderfully. That is our Expand Eagle Nation program, which I created for the simple fact that I wanted to do a couple of things. One is I wanted to create the opportunity of exposure for students who lived in states that did not have an HBCU but wanted that HBCU experience. I also wanted to make sure that the program helped us expand access and opportunity and lower the cost because students who come through this program also receive in-state tuition. And so it saves them, if they're paying for it on their own, or their families, a lot of money when you look at in-state versus out-of-state tuition. And then finally, I wanted to make sure that the program was designed to enhance retention and increase student completion and graduation rates. And I'll tell you, the program has done all of that. Prior to the program, we were enrolling somewhere about 65 out-of-state students. Today, that number is north of 300. And I am excited about the number of students who are coming to us through that program. Now that's 300 in the last incoming cohort, not the entire institution. Across the university, we have students who are coming to us from nearly 40 states, the District of Columbia, and 32 countries.
Number of things college presidents love to do. Greet tour groups.
Yes.
Hand out pieces of paper in terms of diplomas at graduation. What's better than that?
That's right.
But there is one thing that maybe is a close second for college presidents, and that's getting pieces of paper that say paid to the order of Coppin State University. You just got a big check from Care First.
You know, I am so excited about our partnership with Care First, and CEO Brian Pennick has been a tremendous friend since I've gotten here. We've built a very strong partnership. And we see our two organizations as anchor institutions in West Baltimore. And together we are committed to nurturing and transforming lives. And we believe that through healthcare, education, job workforce creation, that we can do tremendous things together and really transform generations. So I am proud that just last week we officially unveiled a $2.625 million gift from Care First. That's going to help us expand healthcare workforce opportunities. It's going to help us expand our academic portfolio here at the university. And it's also going to allow us to expand the work we do in our community health center, because we're the only institution outside of our medical schools in this state that allows outside entities to use our health center as their primary point of health care.
Feels like the last few years, coincidentally, the amount of time you've been here, have been an outstanding period of time for HBCUs here nationally for a number of reasons, nothing but sunny days. Now, seems like some clouds are rolling in, coming out of Washington, anti-DEI administration. What's your perspective on that?
You know, Coppin State University will always stay true to its core mission and purpose. I understand some of the misinformation around DEI nationally and what those things look like and some of the actual narratives. Listen, Coppin State University, as I noted earlier, we have students who are coming to us from nearly 40 states, the District of Columbia, 32 countries. Diversity and multiculturalism is a part of who we are. It's a part of our foundation. It will remain a part of our foundation. If we're going to prepare students to be successful in a global world, we have to educate them in a global multicultural society. And so we are not going to be distracted by who we are and what we do and why we were founded, and the investment in the thousands of young people and not so young who are coming to us to help transform their lives.
Coppin is a part of West Baltimore. We're just off North Avenue, and Coppin doesn't isolate itself, I notice. You're part of the community's part of campus. How do you think about that?
You know, we are intentional about making sure that the education that our students receive extend beyond the boundaries of our campus into West Baltimore and into downtown Baltimore and into Washington, D.C. and the DMV area. But with regards to West Baltimore as an anchor institution and as a leader in urban higher education, we have a responsibility to make sure that we're not only transforming our campus community, but our community around us. And that's why I'm proud that we just recently opened the Mill on North, which is a food court, which is right next to our campus, which includes 7 eateries, all minority-owned, female black eateries, that helps us address the food desert situation that West Baltimore finds itself in. It's also an opportunity for my students, faculty, and staff here at Coppin to have another outlet to go get a great meal. We are honored to have partnered to bring resources to make that opportunity come to fruition. To me, that's what it means to be an anchor institution. It's about solving the problems of the community while also preparing the students for the future.
Before we go, I know a big focus of yours from the beginning here has been getting students across the finish line, completing a degree. Talk about your emphasis on that and how it's going.
I could not be more proud of where things are, where we're headed and the trajectory of Coppin's path. You know, when I got here, our retention rate was about 52, 53%. We built our Eagle Achievement Center, which is a one-stop shop that creates a wraparound support system for our students, whether they have a 4.0 or they're students who need some additional academic support, and everybody in between. Through those efforts and being more intrusive and more proactive, we've turned that 53% retention rate into a 75% retention rate. That puts us higher than the national average for public institutions and higher than the state average for public institutions with regards to first year to second year retention. We've also seen our graduation rate increase. And to me, that's what this is all about. Getting students in, transforming their lives, moving them from student to scholar, and getting them on that stage so that they leave here and go on to the next great phase of their incredible life. So to me, I'm excited about what we are doing and how Coppin is going about doing it. When I arrived, I said our pace would be brisk and our trajectory will be north. Over the last 5 years, that promise has been kept.
Dr. Jenkins, pleasure speaking with you as always. Thank you, sir.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you, sir.